Yo, 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 welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. Yes, we are back and ready to give you the award-winning, hard-hitting, snark-loving content that you've come to expect. Wait, when did we win an award? Anyways, this time we're all positive here at Hard Pass. In fact, that's our slogan this season. We're all positive. You know, WAP. Man, that's a great acronym, Jacques. I'm sure nobody is going to use that in a super popular song that is going to get some olds clutching their pearls like it's the early 90s all over again. Nope, WAP is good. I like me some WAP. Let's start with some hot takes. Damian Lillard is going off in the NBA bubble. He set a career high 61 points this past week, and in celebration of that feat, adidas.com actually put his Dame Sixes on sale for $61 for a few hours. It's a good strategy by the brand, tying an athlete's performance to their signature product, so I'm guessing there's a lot of kids right now with some fresh Dame Sixes on the way. I hope this starts a new trend where signature shoes are priced based on their career highs at the time, like Kobe's could have been $81 back in 2006, and LeBron's could cost $61 like the Dames. Of course, Jordan stans would find a way to be annoying like, yeah, but we got the nicest price. Congrats are in order to the San Antonio Spurs, who were eliminated from the bubble playoff contention this week, snapping a 22 consecutive season streak that dates back to 1997. So the last time the Spurs missed the playoffs, the Air Jordan 13 hadn't come out yet. I was still a baby, and if you said Fortnite out loud, people probably thought you were British. Salute to Coach Pop, Tim, Tony, Manu, the Admiral, Captain Jack, and the Claw. Yeah, Spurs doesn't quite sound like the right name for the team when you think about it now. Speaking of the NBA bubble, a belated shout out to the people who run the NBA and WNBA bubble life accounts. Not to brag, but I happen to know all of those celebrities, although they haven't returned my text ever since they blew up. They've been doing the Lord's work of documenting what players have been up to while we're on the break here at Hard Pass. I'm just glad PJ Tucker didn't become a sneaker YouTuber since he's been in the bubble. It's not really doing wonders for my mental health every time he posts IG stories of his boxes that come in every single day. We get it, PJ. Nike just announced their latest model, the Offline. It's a slide that's designed for those times when you're about to unwind after a long day of Zoom meetings, staring at the window, hoping for a package to arrive, wondering where your life went, doom scrolling on Twitter, and hoping that Karen and Chad are wearing masks when you make a Whole Foods run. That's not really in the description, but it should be. At least that part about me worrying about PJ Tucker. Jason Derulo, singer, dancer, contortionist who never met a body part he couldn't make creepy, said that he really thought the 2019 movie Cats, where he played the role of Rum Tum Tugger, which I swear is not a euphemism for something nasty, was going to change the world. I mean, it did, Jason. It changed my world at the very least, especially that scene with the cats getting all weird around the milk. Oh, that's okay, but Cardi and Megan are getting shamed for WAP. Right. Drake premiered a new music video with Lil Durk called Laugh Now, Cry Later that was filmed at Nike World Headquarters in Oregon. Say what you want about Aubrey, and we've certainly taken our jabs here at Hard Pass, but you can probably count in one hand the number of artists who would have the cachet to film a music video at Nike's campus and have stars like Kevin Durant, Odell Beckham, and Marshawn Lynch come in to do cameos. I don't even think Kanye at the height of his fame could have pulled this off, and he was on a plane with Mark Parker. It's a fun video. I mean, they even had Volt-colored jet skis going around Lake Nike because wouldn't you have Volt-colored jet skis going around Lake Nike if it was allowed? If you've never had the opportunity to visit Nike HQ, this all feels like a sneakerhead's dream come true. But the one scene that stood out to me was Drake going for a late night run at the world famous employee store with influencer Aggie Abby. For the uninitiated, the employee store resembles a typical Nike outlet, but with a focus on newer releases at a significant discount. Personally, I thought I was entering the gates of sneaker heaven when I got my pass to go inside the store for the first time. Back then, I was dreaming of Concord, South Beaches, and Bruce Lee's just sitting there waiting for me to buy them all. It would be like the Nelly Air Force One's video come to life, but today, kids would be thinking about Sakai's, Unions, and even Off-Whites. Well, sorry to bust your sneaker bubble, but that couldn't be any further from the truth. As a matter of fact, think of this segment as a public service. Yes, the Nike employee store is a very cool place where you have to know somebody who knows somebody to get in, and you can get newer and new-ish releases for as much as half off. Oh, and did I mention that there's no sales tax in Oregon? But if you're there thinking you're going to clean up inside that store and make a profit if you're the reselling type, think again. That's because everybody else who goes into the employee store for the first time has the same idea as you. And there's a lot of you every day trying to get into that place. And Nike knows this. That's why you need a pass to get in. It's also why there's a spending limit of $750. At least it was $750 the last time I was there. And it's also why if you're from out of state and want to buy a lot of stuff and need it shipped to your house, they will charge you sales tax for your state. And if all that is fine with you, congrats. You've made it to the sacred sneaker land of the employee store where you're beholden to whatever is in stock on that day. Yeah, there are times when you might see an Air Jordan 4 Bread or the newest LeBrons at a significant discount, but there are also days when the best pair on display are Jordan 1 mids. Pray to the sneaker gods you don't come strolling in on those days, because if so, get ready to cry like Drake and use your spending limit on Air Max 2090s and some cool Elite socks, just like in the video. I'll be that guy in the video asking you what your deal is and to get over yourself because Odell is running routes on the field. Just watch out for Marshawn though. And now for the heat check, your one and only source for sneaker release date. Not only that, we are debuting a new segment within the segment here today, so make sure you check it out after we talk about the kicks like the Nike Dunk Samba, dropping on August 21st for $100. Formerly a Japan exclusive in 2001, this dunk is a little more spicy than recent dunk drops because it has a pearlized leather toe box and a carbon fiber styled red swoosh. And for those looking to match with their kids, it'll also drop in toddler sizes. Then we have the Air Jordan 3 Laser Orange. These drop on August 21st for $190. It's not the Lakers colorway that we all hoped it would be when these first leaked, but if you switch out the laces and throw in some purple ones, you can pretend they are Laker 3s. And I bet I'm not the only person who thought about that. So, there. And then we have the Reebok Question Mid. These are on August 21st for $140. This is the Question's 25th anniversary, and it gives us this first ever retro of the white and red Question with the suede toe. You might remember the Questions with the pearlized toe, but there was actually a suede toe pair that came out first in limited numbers during Allen Iverson's rookie season. So if you missed out on these back in the days, you've got your chance now. Then we have the Air Jordan 12 Indigo Blue. These drop on August 22nd for $190. You can be forgiven for thinking that these are the Obsidian 12s making a return after nearly a decade off the shelves, but it's a lighter shade of blue on the upper that will fade over time, or at least that's what some blogs are saying, but I haven't seen anybody actually fade their early pairs like the LA to Chicago ones last year. Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Israfil. That's what I'm gonna guess that's how you say that. It drops on August 22nd for $220. Is it gray? Is it green? Who knows? It's another Yeezy 350 that I can't be bothered to honestly care about at this point, but that's just me. And of course, the pick of the week is the Nike Recycled Canvas Pack. This drops on August 20th. I am loving Nike's newfound commitment to reducing their impact on the environment because they produce some of the best sneakers of 2020, and the hot streak continues with the Recycled Canvas Pack that brings in a number of classic silhouettes. We've got the Cortez, the Daybreak, and the Air Force One using recycled canvas for the uppers, and Nike's Recycled Crater Foam is on the midsole. But my faves are the Air Max 95 and the Air Max 90. The 95 is a multicolored affair that stands out, and the 90 uses shades of gray in a way more compelling way than most Yeezys. All right, and now introducing a new heat check segment where we check the temperature on frequent hard pass contributors from the past, like Kanye West or the Ball family or Supreme. This is an actual heat check. Wow. Can't believe nobody argued the semantics of that title. Anyway, instead of wasting long rants and full hard pass segments on them, we've decided to keep it short and sweet. We'll say our piece whenever one of them says or does something akin to clown behavior and just move along. This week, our heat check goes to Kanye. In The Atlantic, there's an essay called Why Kanye is Running for President. It's another think piece in a long line of think pieces trying to dissect what exactly the hell Kanye is doing as he kinda sorta runs for president while also teasing a new album and showing off clogs that look like fish. It's well written like all the others, and it tries to give us context to what West is trying to do. But like all the others, it's fleeting. Because you know how it ends. It's a figurative shrug emoji because Kanye is one Twitter tantrum away from changing the narrative again. And then we repeat the cycle until another piece comes that tries to capture the moment, but it's too late because guess what? Ye is on to the next controversy. On a side note, I don't know how much input Derrick Rose has on his sneaker collab with Yeezy, but after seeing the prototype his wife showed off on social media, he might be the most polite person in sneakers right now. That clog is the equivalent of some stranger coming up to you and yelling in your face without a mask and you not doing anything about it because you don't like confrontation. You have more patience and a stronger immune system than I do, D Rose. And now it's time for this week's Hard Pass. Wait, scratch that. It's time for a not hard pass, where we take a look at something in the culture that we need a little more of, like praise for Carmelo Anthony. Look, I understand that Dame is everybody's favorite right now after he decided to go scorched earth in the NBA bubble. I swear, if Portland gets in and upsets my Lakers, I will never forgive Patrick Beverley, whichever Morris twin we don't have, and Paul George. But this is our mea culpa to Melo. We joked about the IG workouts and had fun with the memes and even wrote entire segments about washed Melo in our drafts. But it turns out he wasn't washed. Yeah, he's not the walking bucket who can get you 30 every night anymore. He doesn't need to be. With Dame and CJ McCollum handling the brunt of the scoring burden, Melo can just hang back and give us a reasonable facsimile of his peak form, Olympic Melo. Regardless of what happens next in the bubble, I think we could be in for a fun next chapter for Anthony's career. All right, this week's Not Hard Pass goes to taking sneaker preservation seriously. This past week, Stadium Goods and Christie's auction of vintage Air Jordans worn by Michael Jordan ended with the top seller being the Chicago ones that MJ wore during a 1985 exhibition game in Italy, going for $615,000, or in Hypebeast parlance, 12,300 Virgils. Why would a pair of old Jordans go for that much when it could literally crumble if you even tried to put them on? Well, it's because those were the ones that helped Michael shatter a backboard and became the inspiration for the shattered backboard Air Jordan 1, one of the most popular non-OG colorways ever. And it was possible only because of preservation. Think about it. In the 1980s, there were no cell phones, DVRs were called VCRs, and cameras still needed their photographs to be developed in a lab. People weren't as obsessed with hanging on to keepsakes. There was no eBay to sell souvenirs from conventions or events you attended. You just had them, and maybe once in a while you break them out to show off to friends. Nostalgia wasn't a big deal. That's why basketball diehards geeked out when they saw footage of Phil Jackson coaching in Puerto Rico during the Last Dance documentary. We never thought we'd see those tapes in 2020. By that same token, it's not possible to think that footage of Jordan's adventures in Europe in his younger days could have been lost to time if nobody took the time to save them. Sure, you could claim that Michael Jordan dunked a ball so hard that it shattered a backboard to pieces in Italy, but if there's no visual evidence, it could just be hearsay. But not only do we have blurry tape and some cool photos, but we have the actual pair that he wore, which even includes a piece of the glass lodged into the sole of the left shoe. That's history, and we can't let it go. I'm not saying we need to hang on to every old pair of kicks out there in the hopes that we cash in like whoever held on to those J's. Like, I don't care that you have an entire run of Smush Parker's kicks when he was with the Lakers and Kobe refused to pass him the ball out of spite. Actually, that's a lie. I would like to see Smush's collection very much and laugh at it. But anyways, give me Magic Johnson's purple and gold Converse when he took the baby skyhook in '87 to beat the Celtics, or Larry Bird's Converse when he missed the would-be game winner because, sorry, MJ's white cement threes in the 1988 dunk contest, D. Brown's Reebok pumps at '91, Allen Iverson's questions when he crossed over MJ, Penny Hardaway's foams with the Sharpie mark so he wouldn't get fined, the Nike Kobe 1 when Mamba scored 81, LeBron's Zoom Soldier ones when he arrived against the Pistons, Kevin Durant's Washington football team KD 3s when he dropped 66 at the Rucker, Nick Young's Yeezy 750s. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. And this doesn't just apply to famous athletes. I still have the first pair of Jordan 1s ever bought with my own money. The sneakers I wore to my first event as an actual media member. My writing partner still has Flyknit racers he wore when he got to sit at the Drew League's Gucci Row and James Harden almost knocked him out with a bad pass. I think he's just showing off and adding that to the script, but he has them. I have a storage unit full of kicks that are fresh and unworn because I feel an obligation to be a documentarian for sneakers and sneaker culture. And while I do give many pairs away to friends and family and fans, I wouldn't be doing my duty if I did not give these kicks a chance to shine years after they have either been forgotten or become too out of reach for most people. I'm not saying life won't swoop in and maybe force you to say goodbye to some kicks, but as much as you can, hang on to your gems, wear them, and enjoy them because who knows, you could be making history in them someday. All right, that's gonna do it for this week's show. Thank you for watching Hard Pass. I am Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week, but not before I show you my new favorite TikTok. Or is it Reels? I don't know. Only one of them is gonna be around by next year's anyway. It's talking corgis.
What? No, Dad! Him, you're a Teletubby?
They're butterfly wings, jeez, Dad!
Okay.
This is what happens when your niece gets a hold of your phone and messes with your algorithm. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. That was good. That was a good show. Yeah, I like that one. We did a good job. Yeah. Yeah, applause all around.